Hi everyone, I'm Daniela and welcome back to Black Cat Kitchen. Today we're making the easiest focaccia you've ever seen, from start to finish in 2 hours. The recipe is so simple, so let's get into it.
You'll find a list of ingredients and measurements in the description below. To your mixing bowl, add 420 grams, 3.5 cups of bread flour. Or if you're in America, you can use all-purpose flour, as long as the protein content is higher than 11%. To this, add 8 grams, 1¼ teaspoons of salt, 9 grams, 1 tablespoon of instant yeast, and then create a well in the center of your flour for your liquids. I've kind of covered up the salt and the yeast just to protect it a little bit, but it will all get incorporated once we mix it together.
The key to this recipe is using instant yeast. That's what allows us to skip all of the lengthy proving processes that most bread needs.
Into the well goes 340 grams or 1½ cups of warm water and 45 grams, 3⅓ tablespoons of olive oil. With your dough hook or using a dough whisk or the back of your spoon, get to mixing. Once all of the flour and liquid have come together, crank up that speed to as high as it will go for 60 seconds. If you're doing this by hand, it's going to take a bit longer. You can see we haven't formed any gluten, but it's starting to look like a soft, silky dough. So if you're doing it by hand, this is what it should look like. Into a 9 by 13 inch or 20 by 30 centimeter pan, we're going to add 25 grams of olive oil. Spread that all over the bottom and up the sides. With your hands still coated in oil, scoop your very wet dough into your pan, and then just start to spread the dough out in the pan so that it's coming towards the edges. You don't have to stretch it all the way. Now cover it and let it rest for 90 minutes. While it's resting, I'm going to prepare my topping. I'm using lemon and rosemary. For this size recipe, you want the zest of 1 lemon. Next, add 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary to your lemon zest, and then chop it all together until it's very fine. And to help protect your knife, if you're going to use it to scoop, make sure you're using the back of the knife and not the sharp part. I'm adding in about a tablespoon of flaky sea salt. Give that a little mix and it's ready to top the focaccia once it's risen.
When you've got about 30 minutes left on your proof, get your oven preheated to 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit.
Our focaccia has more than doubled in size, and it's got a few beautiful little bubbles coming up. Drizzle on 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then using oiled fingers, start creating your focaccia dimples. Once your loaf is fully dimpled, start sprinkling on your toppings. Lemon and rosemary is just a suggestion. You could top it with olives or different herbs or sliced up vegetables. Whatever you want on your focaccia will be absolutely delicious. And into the oven.
This is going to bake for 25 to 30 minutes until the top is a beautiful golden brown.
You'll smell when this bread is ready, but you want to look for that beautiful golden brown color on the top. Let it rest in the pan for at least 10 minutes and then take it out and put it onto a rack to cool completely. Letting it cool on the rack makes sure the bottom stays nice and crispy. E poi mangiare!
If you're looking for another hearty and delicious sandwich, check out my Reuben. And be sure to hit the subscribe button for a lot more videos. See you in the next one. You've fallen asleep.